and I just was sullen. Like I didn't talk much. I was just so pissed. And good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Travis Does Firewood. Don't mind the sun. It's cold today. I think I woke up and it was like 32. I think it's like 39, 40 degrees out right now. Definitely a frost on the ground, frost on the windshield and windows of the vehicles this morning before I dropped off my son to daycare and took and walked my daughter to the bus stop. So I didn't really want to make this video, but I'm going to, because I know I'm gonna get a lot of crap from people commenting, but I'm gonna do this because I need help. It's about the firewood stand here, and yeah, stay tuned. So I'm at my stand this morning, and this happened the night before last. I woke up yesterday morning, and I noticed, I came outside to drop off my son, and I came back, and I noticed that this was empty. This had two bundles, a premium $10 kindling. This right here was empty. This had three bundles in it. And then around the back on this side, this had right here three other bundles of firewood. So this was empty, and that back there was empty. So that is 6 times 5, 6 bundles of firewood times $5 each is $30, plus 2 times 10 of the cedar kindling here is 20. What does that make? $50. It was gone. There's no money in the cash box. I checked my Venmo. No one did anything. So I've always said in my videos, I will have theft, and I'm okay with a little bit of theft if people are in dire need. They take some wood. And they're warm for a night, and I'm out $5. But this is not $5. This is $50, 50, and this can't happen more. I mean, that's a lot of money. I don't do this. I don't process and sell firewood for charity. That's not what I do. This is, I try to make money on this firewood. Yeah, I give some away. I coordinate donating some firewood to people in need, and but the bulk of it, 98.759%, is profit. Is for me to make money with this. And I know this is not a big money maker. This is not my full-time job. This is a side hustle. But I like selling, processing, selling firewood. I started selling firewood I started within firewood to gather firewood to burn in my house. I like wood heat, and I had an abundance, and one year started to sell it, and then the stand kind of grew. I was selling larger quantities, but then I kind of figured out that selling at the stand in smaller quantities, you make more money over time. It's not a fast process, but you do make more money. But obviously, having it be out in the general public, not locked up, you're gonna have theft. Now, I do have cameras on it, live cameras, and I have false cameras, and that's apparently not a deterrent. The late evening that I had the major theft I just mentioned, I put a new camera on, and it wasn't working. Like it got too cold, or I didn't pay for some subscription or whatever nonsense. But I went back to history, and it said no history, like no recording. Like what? Like I bought the camera for that, so I record to see if there's a vehicle or what vehicle it was. Now, granted, even if I had footage of a vehicle or a person, what am I going to do? I mean, I've said this before. I'm not going to go to the lengths of finding the person with their license plate, go to the DMV or the police to get involved. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. That just seems too much. But what I could do is I could shame them on social media. Now, that may bring more attention than I want to myself and my firewood stand. But at least I would know, I would have a sense of like what vehicle it was, and I would go from there. So I don't know what to do. I need your help. I don't know what to do. Do I stop selling firewood at the stand? Do I have some sort of, so my dad has an idea of having like a fence, like a bar, like a fence that I would put on here on the front, on this side and this side, and at certain times, like between 10 p.m. and like 5 a.m., this would be locked. You could not get in. Which was great. So therefore that would deter theft. But I have had theft in the afternoon, in the daytime. They just came in, took wood, and I think they only paid like a portion of the what was owed for what they gave. So it's not like all theft. It's not that all theft is in the evening time. It's during the daytime too, which I find crazy. But yeah, so I could lock this up, but that's just more hassle on me to remember to do so, because it would have to be manual. There's no automatic door closing system here, right? I do have customers that come at nighttime, like late at night, especially in the summertime when they're out campfires having a few beers, and before they get too loaded, they may stop by at like 10 o'clock, 11 p.m., get a few bundles, pay me, and then they're on their way to have their own little party, you know, the barbecue or whatever they want to do at the fire, which is fine. So I don't want to lock it up. I mean, as an idea, I just don't want to do that. Now, I have heard of people who are trying to do something in regards to like let me walk down the hill, automated service, kind of like similar to like the return boxes or the boxes for Amazon, where you go in there, you type in a code, and then the latch kind of pops out of the locker, and then you have your box or your whatever you ordered, or you can use that same system to return something. So something automated like that, but it would have to be something where it would accept cash, or I would only accept Venmo. So it would be something that would be automatic, where, or I had to be around where they would pay via Venmo, then I would unlock, or I would give them a code to one of those stalls at the stand, and then it would unlock, and then they would unlock it, and then they would get their wood. Now there is benefit. There are pros and cons to that system in itself, but even to get to that point, to develop something like that, like I'm not mechanically inclined like that. I'm not the IT computer savvy to figure out how to even go about that. How to even mechanize something like that with the motors and the latches and the locks, some sort of code system. And I don't want to babysit my firewood stand. I've been away camping on vacation, and I've literally made passive income. People coming to the stand, grabbing their firewood and paying, and I've come back with like $55, $65 in my firewood stand, and I wasn't even home. They just came, they got their wood, they paid their money, and all was fine. So, if I have to do more work or having to be attentive to my phone 24/7, when someone pays and they want to have the code for the whatever section of the stand to be open, like I don't think that's feasible. I don't think that is feasible or reasonable on my end. So I don't know. I'm losing my faith in humanity, that's for sure. And it could be someone or a family on hard times for the wood, but if that's the case, my business card is on the stand. They could reach out to me. They could be embarrassed, but reach out and say, hey, I know you sell firewood. I don't have the money. Can we work something out? And I would be fine with that. Some sort of like, you come every Monday, pay me $10, stay warm, but make sure that I don't want to assume, I don't want the wood stolen. I want some benefit, some money for the wood. So I'm at a loss. I was so pissed off yesterday. I wasn't outside. I was inside. I had to go to the library to do some work for a client. I came home and I picked up my daughter from school and took her to childcare. And I was not really productive. And I just was sullen. Like I didn't talk much. I was just so pissed. Because you do all this work, you split, you gather up all these logs, like this over here. You gather all these logs. You have all of the equipment, and you stack and you split, and you have the time invested in it, and people take from you. So I don't want to produce too of a depressing video here, but I need some productive ideas, some thoughts. I know some of you be like, well, it's your fault for having to stand me open 24/7, and you need to do more work, or you need to change it around. Or I had one comment like something to do with having it be a rudimentary business. Well, I guess, but I mean, you sell firewood, and you tell me how to do it properly. I mean, I guarantee the person who said that have never even sold a stick of firewood in his life. So it's not that difficult of a business model to sell firewood. But with what I'm doing, niche, selling bundles, selling the racks, selling the kindling at the firewood stand, the way I do it, it's been fairly successful with minimal theft. But like I said earlier in the video, I can't have every other weekend a $50 worth of firewood taken from me. So like right now, so I have my new signage up, right? Let's walk back up there. I have my new signage at the stand, which I think makes it more professional looking, right? But I still have some of those old whiteboard type signs I was using to notate which section was what and what the prices were. So I have a few of those left over, the new ones. So I wrote on it yesterday and put it on top of the firewood bundles. It says not free. If you can't afford the wood, text me and I can help. That's what that says, and it's on top of here. Hopefully this will sell and this person will buy it and just toss it aside, or maybe this will try to be stolen again and they'll read the sign and be like, they'll probably say screw you and toss it, or they'll do the right thing and reach out to me, which I hope is the case. I don't know. So that's my thoughts for the day, my rant. I want to keep selling firewood, I do, but maybe I'm way off on how I'm approaching it. So I need some help, folks. Some ideas. if I'm going to have any more stuff like this, there's no way that I would ever attempt to have another stand or mobile stand that would be built on a trailer, which I thought about, and having a second location, and having to, but then I would, but how would I have that be secure? How would I have eyes on it, or have it be at a friend's house and have them watch it, but have me be the one to maintain the, make sure that it's full, and then give them a cut, perhaps, of the profits, type thing. So I don't know what to do. So anyway, so yeah, like I said, I'm requesting your assistance, your help, any ideas. I looked on YouTube if there's any like DIY like kiosks, mechanized for firewood stands. I don't think anyone has one yet. One guy on Facebook I talked to on one of the Facebook groups for firewood, and he was in works with a company to get up and running. But even then, I'm sure when he has that, it would probably be like $1,000 to even get that up and running, to make sure that his product, his like patent pending whatever system would be paid for. So and I don't want to wait for that, and I don't have that money to invest in something like this. So is this the end of the firewood stand now that I have the new signs? Is it the end? Do I bitch and moan and just take it and keep selling, or do I close shop? So you all let me know what you think in this video. Just a short little something. But anyway, be safe out there, keep cutting, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Cheers.